Hey girl, happy Sunday. Welcome back to another chill with me video. So today is more so my vanity chat Sunday because we're doing our makeup today at my vanity and I have a few new products that I want to try out. So first off, if this is your first video that you've ever seen from me, this is what we do on Sundays. I do more chill, laid back vlog style videos. So if you ever want to see a vlog from me where it's just a chill, laid back, random type of video, they go up on Sundays. And not every single Sunday, but anytime that I do these types of videos, they go up on a Sunday. So throughout the week, I do my regular videos, and then on Sundays, you'll see these type of videos, but not every Sunday. But today, I want to dip into the Pat Mcgrath Concealer. I have yet to try this out. I got this last week and I just haven't had the time to do a dedicated video on it. So I figured let me just go ahead and try it out today since I'm sitting here doing my makeup. And the shade I got is MD23. I've seen reviews on this already. I try not to look at reviews before I actually try the product, but I couldn't wait. So I started looking at reviews and I've seen, I think, 2 reviews where both of the people say that this one is very similar to the Urban Decay, not the Urban Decay, but the, dang, what is that? Oh, it's not in my drawer anymore. But the, girl, what's that concealer that I was using last month? The, crap, what? Why am I drawing a blank already? Like, it is what, 9:30 in the morning? Why am I drawing a blank? Hourglass, the Hourglass Concealer. So, if it's very similar to that, I can already tell you now I am gonna really like this concealer because I have been obsessed with the new Hourglass Concealer. So I got the concealer and I also grabbed the powder. I got the shade Deep in the powder. And this is how it looks right there. And I'm going to be trying out this new Morphe Bronzer. Well, it's not new, it's just a new shade. I use a shade Phenom or a Phenom, however you say it, but I grabbed the shade Leader. So I just wanna try it out. I feel like I'm pretty sure this will work for me. It's just more warm and just a little bit more red than the one that I use. But I want to test it out with you guys, and I also grabbed a couple of new products from Luma Beauty. They just came out with a new palette. This one is the Carnaval Palette. It's very colorful, but it does have some good shades in here that you could probably use as some good everyday shades. Now I know my lighting may be a little weird because I'm only filming in front of my vanity and that's the only light that I have right now, and then of course my windows right there. But that's that. And then the highlighter, this one is called Barbados. This is huge. This is a huge highlighter. It smells so freaking good. It smells like coconut and pineapple. It smells delicious. But yeah, that's what I want to try out today. I don't have any new foundation, so I'm just gonna dig in my everyday makeup drawer that's right here, and I'm gonna use both of these. I actually been using these together and I like how they look on the face. I know in one of my recent videos I told you guys that I had this on. So it's the Nyx Born To Glow in the shade Cappuccino, and then the Covergirl Full Spectrum foundation in the shade Golden Deep. So this is a matte foundation, and then this one is more so like a luminous foundation. So these two makes a great combination. Oh, I can finally update you guys on this moisturizer. This is the Bliss Bright Idea Vitamin C Collagen Protecting and Brightening Moisturizer. This I'm gonna actually be digging in my everyday makeup drawer for most of all the products, but I've been testing this out for the month and I like it. One thing I will say about this moisturizer is you don't want to use a lot of it because it is hard. Like I don't want to say it's hard to blend out, but it takes a while to blend out on your skin because I don't know, it just it just seems like it takes forever to blend out. So the first time I used it, I was blending and just rubbing it in forever. So you don't want to use too much of it because it takes a while to rub into the skin and just absorb. So I'm just using 2 dots, and I already washed my face too, by the way. But now that it is absorbed into the skin, I want to use, I've been using the mess out of my e.l.f. hydrating serum. This is a primer because I want to try to use this up, but I'm not going to use this today because I want to try out this Revlon Primeplus Mattifying Primer. So I haven't opened this one up yet. So since we're trying out a few new products today, we will try out this primer. If I can open it, my hands are a little slippery from that moisturizer. There we go. Let's see. Takes a while for it to come out. There we go. Whoop. There it goes. There it goes. I'm gonna put most of it on my T-zone because this is where I get pretty oily. Oh, it smells really fresh. And then my smile lines too. So it feels pretty tacky, and it does dry down really fast, but it's not drying down, like it doesn't feel dry on my face, but it does dry down and absorb really quick. That I noticed. Kind of feels cooling too on the face. Interesting. Okay, next I really need to clean up my brows. Let me see. I keep my like brow sharpeners or brow razors in the drawer down there. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take one of these out and just clean up my brows because they are growing really fast. I just take the blade and just kind of go at the top like this, kind of clean up the hair that's growing around the brow. Just like this. I never go and get my brows done because when I used to get them done, I think the very last time I got my brows done, they messed them up like crazy. Like my brows were so thin, they didn't have an arch. Like it was pretty much like a straight brow. And I said, never again. I'm just gonna go ahead and grow out my brows and do them myself because I was walking around with very, very thin brows and my arch was like non-existent. So I do my brows myself. And I got these, where did I get these from? I got these from Sephora, but you can purchase these like in the drugstore, like Walmart, CVS, Target. And sometimes I'll also kind of get in the middle of my brows right here because I do have a little peach fuzz to grow in the middle, and just get down right in there. Girl, when you do your brows, like a freshly groomed brow looks bomb after you like put a brow pencil in it, like after you actually do your brows with makeup. All right, that is good enough. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. cleansing wipes, and I should have did all of this before I put on my moisturizer and primer, but I was not even thinking. But I'm gonna take the cleanser wipes and just wipe my brows like this, just to get most of or whatever is left over from the brow. Like if there's any loose hair, just wipe it off, which there is. Y'all can't see that, but just do that. So my brow pencil that I'm using today is gonna be my Joah Beauty pencil. I'm trying to use this up, almost out, so we're gonna try to use this up for the month. Let me brush my brow hairs first. going in with the pencil, and I just lightly stroke it under my brow like that. And then over the brow, just to get that true shape like that. Is this too bright? Let me dim it a little bit more. Oh, that's too bright. Let's put it about right there so y'all can see. I'm gonna clean my brows up using my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. This is in the shade 13. So I just clean my brows up like this. And I only clean up the bottom of my brow. I used to do like the whole top thing, but I don't do that anymore. Okay, so mixing the foundations, I'm just gonna take the Covergirl Matte Made Foundation and just, well, it's the Matte Ambition Foundation, and just squirt a little bit right here, like that. And then I'll take my NYX Born To Glow and squirt some like that on the face. And then I will blend it out with my sponge. So lately with my, since I've been doing my everyday makeup drawer, whatever foundations I have in my drawer, I try to not only use them by themselves, but also kind of mix them in together, so I can also get some use out of them like that as well. And this month, I have been really liking the NYX and the Covergirl mixed together. All right, we are nice and blended. Now let's try the concealer. Let's see, Pat. Let's see what we are working with. Let's see. All right. Yeah, so the shade is M23. And the reviews I've seen, you're not supposed to use a lot of the, well, it's supposed to be like less is more. But I'm gonna apply it as if I would any other concealer, like that under my eyes, and then kind of go down the side of my nose, like that. I mean, I feel like I don't really apply that much. I'm just gonna take it under and then down the sides of my nose. But it does feel pretty thick. Just like that. And then my chin, forehead, and down the bridge of my nose. But yeah, it does feel pretty thick. And the two videos that I've seen where they mentioned that the concealer is very close to the Urban Decay, why do I keep wanting to say Urban Decay? But the Hourglass Concealer, if it is really similar to that, this is how much I usually apply when I do the Hourglass as well. So nothing's really different with my concealer application with this. So let's blend it out and see. Okay, so right off the bat, the Hourglass Concealer, it doesn't feel as thick as this concealer when you apply it. But now that I'm blending it out, I see what they mean when they say that it's kind of similar, because it does, that looks good. It does kind of blend out, kind of like the Hourglass Concealer. The new Hourglass Seamless Vanish Concealer. Oh yeah, that looks nice. It looks pretty freaking good, and the color is good too. So I did get a good match. And even if I didn't watch those 2 reviews that were comparing it to the Hourglass Concealer, one was YvetteLuvsBeauty, and the other video, dang, I forgot the other channel, but YvetteLuvsBeauty, I watch her a lot. She does a lot of good videos, but she compared this to the Hourglass Concealer. Like, she did side-by-side comparison. I'm gonna leave her video down below in my description, but even if I didn't watch her video, I would still be saying like this is very similar to the Hourglass Concealer, because it is. Like, the way it blends out, the way it looks on my skin, it reminds me so much of my Hourglass Concealer, and y'all know I love that concealer. So far so good with this. Now let's set it before it starts to crease. This is the little powder. Dang, what brush do I? Let me use this little brush right here. I'm gonna, ooh, whoa, kind of went everywhere. So this is really, wow, it's really powdery. Let me just, it gives me such a good smooth canvas. Like, it looks so smooth and so airbrushed, but this stuff is really, really, really powdery. So you have to be careful with that. So if you are a swirler, and when I mean swirler, like if you swirl your brush around in your products, do not do that with this, because you're gonna get powder everywhere. But this, I like it. Yes, I'm gonna get my smile lines. I like it. I just don't like how tiny it is. But so far, so good. So far, so good with the powder and the concealer. I'm gonna set the rest of my face. I'm gonna go in my drawer. Let's see. Powder. I'm gonna use my Rimmel London powder, the Stay Matte in the shade Toffee, just to set everywhere that I did not apply my loose powder. Okay, face is looking pretty freaking good. Okay, I don't have a new, yeah, I do have a bronzer. What am I talking about? Let's try this bronzer. Let's see how Leader looks on me. Let's see, let's try out. And I'm gonna use my little Sephora. This is the 505 brush. It is really, really similar to the 50 brush. It's just smaller. It's like a little bitty travel size. And I am gonna see how this, ooh, I went too heavy. Hold on. Let me try to wipe off some of this. I went too heavy with that. Now let me try to diffuse it. Oh dang. There's like a patch right there. Let me try to blend it out. There we go. We'll say it's a contour because it does give me a good shadow. It gives me a nice shadow right there. But the color does look nice. I just have to have a light hand when using this. But the color looks really, really good. Yeah, this will be a bronzer that I would use in the summertime because I do get more sun in the summer, but it looks nice on the skin. I just can't use too much of it because it is pretty dark and pretty warm, but I like it. I like it. Let's take my Essence bronzing palette. I'm gonna go into the second to darkest shade using this little brush from ColourPop. And I just like to take a little bit of bronzer down the sides of my nose to kind of sculpt them out. By the way, this bronzer palette, y'all, watch my video that I did testing out some new bronzers. I'm gonna leave that video in the description below if you have not watched it yet. But this palette had me shook, okay? Shook. So since we have the Morphe bronzer out, I'm gonna grab my other one and swatch it side by side so y'all can see a difference between the two. So let me grab that. Okay, so this is Phenom. How do you say it? Is it Phenom or is it Phenom? But this is how it looks. And then Leader is just darker. So these are how they look. So Phenom and then Leader right here. I'm gonna swatch them, and I'll swatch them so y'all can see the difference. Okay, so this is the first one, the one that I originally had, Phenom. And then this is the new one in the shade Leader. So there they are. If it'll focus. Is it focusing? There we go. So you can see that Leader is obviously darker. Just so y'all can get a good comparison if you were wanting to know which one would work for you. Both of them work for me, obviously, but this will be the one that I would use in the summertime. I can use this one in the summertime too, but this one is more warm, more bronzy looking than this one. But yeah, that's that. But now let's play in this new palette. This is, again, the Carnaval Palette by Luma Beauty. And I don't know what I want to do today. Ooh, I like that. Let's do some swatches. Oh, very, very pigmented. I'm going to swatch all of the shimmers first. Ooh, ooh, did y'all see that red? Did y'all see that red color? And the green, and then this color right here. Nice. Very, very nice. Come on, focus on those shades. Look at those. Very nice. Okay. There we go. And then the mattes are, all the mattes are at the bottom, and then the shimmers at the top. Ooh, this is a rich, rich, rich chocolate. And then this, ooh. Okay. So we have the orange, the brown. Oh, these swatch so good. The pink, the yellow, and then another orange, but this is more of a brighter orange. These swatch so good. So I think I'm gonna do a brown and green eye. Let me take my Morphe M504. Is this even clean? I don't know. I'm just gonna swirl it on my brush just to make sure, my little brush switcher, just to make sure that it is clean. And I'm going to dip into that brown right here, and this is gonna be our first shade. Put it in the crease. I think the first eyeshadow palette that I got from Luma Beauty, I did like a review on it. I did a full makeup tutorial, and I think I ended up selling it on my Poshmark because I didn't really use it much. But this one, I see myself using a lot because there's a lot of shades in here that I typically use. Like, for instance, these two colors right here. Even the shimmers, like that red color, it kind of reminds me of the color that's in the Jackie Aina palette. By the way, Jackie was the model for this launch. So the eyeshadow palette and also the new eyeshadow, the new highlighter, Jackie and Patrick Starr, they modeled these collections, and I was sold already. Like, I was sold right then. I saw Jackie modeling it. I was like, okay, sold. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that orange right here. I'm gonna stick with that same brush, tap it in there really light because this is very pigmented, and I'm going to kind of put it over that first shade and also kind of bring it up towards my arch, so you can see a little bit of that orange peeking through right there. I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna go into the green, that green color. It's called Trinidad, and I'm gonna basically put this all over my lid. And I like using my finger to do this because it's easier, it gives me more control. I'm gonna put it all over. I am, ooh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a 5-look 1 palette with this right here. 5-look using this 1 palette. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because these shades are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna take that blending brush again, the Morphe M504, and dip into that first shade that I used and place it on the outer part of my lid right here. And just kind of blend it into the crease, kind of blending that green into everything, but not so much to where it disappears. But I'm just packing on a little bit of that color on the outer part. My lid. Okay, I am here for this look. Ooh, I like this. I love, 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 love. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is like my little pencil shader brush, and go back into Trinidad, which is that green color, and just place more of that shade right here on the center, on the inner corner of my eye. Because I really couldn't do this with my finger because my finger wouldn't have fit right here. I'm just gonna place more of that color and then just kind of fade it in. And then just kind of fade it like that. Okay. Making sure the crease is blended using that first brush that I used, just blending everything into the crease, just making sure everything is nice and blended. Now time for my lashes. I'm using my Ardell Remy lashes, which I always use, y'all know this, but y'all are gonna see me apply my lashes. The glue is the Duo, and I use dark because I like how the dark makes it look like I don't have on any lash glue. Even the white glue is supposed to dry down clear, but some of those white glues you can still see it. I'm just gonna apply it on my lash band. If you're watching and if you struggle with applying lashes, the biggest tip I have is apply your glue and let it sit. So this is what I failed at doing when I first started doing my lashes, because I would apply my glue and then go straight to applying it, and they never stayed. So you want to apply the glue first. Well, obviously you want to apply the glue first, but you want to make sure that it sits for a few minutes, because if it does that, it's gonna get sticky. And once it gets really sticky, it's easier for you to just pop on your lash because they just stick in place. So just have that applied. While I let my glue sit there, like while it kind of dries down, I usually go in to my waterline. So I'll line my waterline. I'm gonna take my Pixie liner. This is the Endless Silk eye pen, and it's just a black eyeliner, And I'm just gonna line my waterline. I got glue on my hands. How did that happen? But yeah, I'm just gonna take it and just line my waterline. Oh, this is so freaking silky and creamy and easy to apply. And after I apply the waterline, I usually go in with a shadow. So the darkest shadow, let me set my lashes to the side. I'm gonna take that brown that was in this palette, this right here, taking my little pencil shader brush, and this is where I just smudge out the bottom of my lash line. Kind of smudge it out, going into that black liner. Yeah, this one's ready. So I'm just gonna apply this just as close as I can to my lash line, and then okay, surprisingly, that went on like a piece of cake. Sometimes when the inner part of my lash is not sticking, let me see. Sometimes I'll take the glue. I don't recommend doing this, you guys, but this is what I do. I'll take the glue and then just kind of go and take a little bit of drop, like a drop of it, a little tap, and just let it sit there for a minute. I just tap it right where the lash is supposed to stick. Let it sit there for a minute for it to dry. Like I said, I do not recommend doing that, but that's what I do if my lash is sticking up on the inner corner. I just let it sit before I go in and stick it on there. But now I use my mascara. I've been using my Covergirl Uncensored Exhibitionist mascara, and it's really good if you have short lashes. The bristles on it, I don't know what it is about this, but it just latches on to my lashes, and I just like how it's so easy. It's just kind of hard for my bottom ones because they're so tiny, and the brush is pretty prickly, so I have to be careful. But I like how it looks like when I'm not wearing false lashes. I like how it looks on my top lashes. Okay, I think now I can stick on the lash band so it can stay. There we go. There we go. Ooh, my eyes are watering. I also like to take some of the mascara and put it on my top lashes after I apply my false lashes, because it blends in so much better like this. I know some people like to apply the mascara before, but I like to apply it after because it just blends. Oh! Oh crap, I just hit my eyeball. Of all the times, it would be when I'm filming a video. Okay, looks good. It is looking so good. Now, I don't have a new blush, but I'm gonna use one that's in my drawer. I'm gonna use the new Milani. Well, it's a new shade, but this blush, like the rose blush, has been out for a while. They just came out with a new shade. This is the Spiced Rose color. And I'm gonna place a little bit of this on the high points of my cheeks. Now I do have a new highlighter, the Luma Highlighter. Barbados is the shade. Let me swatch her. I have yet to swatch. She is gold, she is bronze, and wow, she's pigmented. Woo-wee. Do we see that glow? It's almost like the texture is kind of, it almost feels like the ColourPop. You guys know how the ColourPop has that kind of like a wet texture, but it's not like wet. Like, it feels so similar to the ColourPop highlighters. And it almost reminds me of the Milani. Let me grab it. Let me go grab it real quick so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, this right here, my Milani Intense Bronze Glow. Oh, wow. This might be like a dupe. It feels just like it. This doesn't have a smell, but it feels just like it. Yeah, the color is like spot on. It is spot on. The only difference I would say is the Milani is a little bit more thick. So the texture is just as smooth as the Uma, but it's a little bit more thicker, and you can kind of see it. It kind of crumbles up a little bit more, but the color is spot on. So when you blend it out, that is Milani, and then this one is Uma Beauty. Like, let me, I think Uma probably has a little bit more shine though. Like, it glows a little bit more. So there they are right there, side by side. Now I will say there is a little bit of kick up from those shadows. So there's a little bit on my nose, but let's apply the Uma highlighter and see how pretty it looks on the skin. I feel like since it's so, like, it feels so creamy, you probably don't have to really wet your brush. Let's see. Oh, girl. Wow, I applied way too much, but it is beaming. I applied way too much. Let me go on this side. As far as the makeup, that is it. I'm gonna apply a lip. I don't know what color. Did I get a new lip product? I don't have any new. Well, I just reviewed the Candy Coated Cosmetics recently. I'm gonna apply this on my lips and then the gloss on top, because I have a lot going on the eyes, so I don't want to have on too much on the lips. I'm just gonna go for a nude lip. Y'all, this color is bomb. It is so nice. I just love it. I got the shade Rich Cocoa, and I did like a full face of Candy Coated Cosmetics on my channel Friday. So if you missed that video, it will be down below in the description. Now I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit of gloss. This is in the shade Caress. This is also by Candy Coated. I'm just gonna put it all over my lips. I love how this came out, y'all. Look at how flawless my face looks. So far, so good. I like everything that I tried today. So the concealer, the powder, the eyeshadow palette. I like the highlighter. Even though I haven't really been into a lot of highlighter recently, I still wanted to pick it up, try it out, because I thought it looked really, really good. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous bronze golden highlighter. Again, and the shade is Barbados, if you want to pick it up. But yes, girl, those are all of the new products that I really wanted to just sit here and test out with you guys today while I did my makeup here at my vanity. So I want to know what you guys think about these products if you have already tried them. Like, what are your thoughts on the Pat McGrath Concealer? What are your thoughts on the powder? so far so good with me. I will continue to use these though, and of course update you guys on my thoughts in another video. But the only thing I would say I don't like about the powder is it gets really messy, so you have to be really careful with it. And I don't like how small it is, but other than that, I like how it looks on my skin. I love how the concealer performed. I like how it was easy to blend out. It looked really good once I blended it out. So far so good with those two. And obviously I liked the eyeshadow palette and the highlighter. You guys know I haven't really been into a lot of highlighter recently, but I wanted to pick it up because I thought it looked really good, and I also wanted to try out the palette because the colors in here are like right up my alley. So this will get a lot of use. I will be throwing this into my 5-look 1 palette series. I don't know when, but I do have several other palettes that are going into that series. So make sure you guys are subscribed, and make sure you guys are having your notifications on so you won't miss out on any of those. But oh, the bronzer by Morphe, the color was good, I will say that. So they have 2 other was it 3 shades deeper than this one, or 2 more shades? I know they have a couple more shades deeper than this. So I will say I'm glad that they came back, like they brought this bronzer back with more shades. So I'm definitely glad of that. All right, this is how my face looks in broad daylight. Like I'm right in front of my window. Let me turn the brightness down some so we can really see it. Hold up, like that. There we go, right here. So this is how she looks. But yes, that is all that I wanted to do today, you guys. I just wanted to sit here, do my makeup at my vanity, and share some of these new products with you. But that's it. That is all. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you enjoyed just hanging out with me, watching me do my makeup, and just trying out some of these new products. I want to know what your thoughts are on any of these products that I tried out. If you try them out, what are your thoughts? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Let's talk about it down below in the comments. And I also want to know, what are you guys doing today? Like, what are your plans for this Sunday? Let's talk about it. So that is all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and be sure that you are subscribed and have your notifications on, because I do have some more videos going up throughout the week. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.